So AT&T have decided to sell Crunchyroll to Sony's Funimation for $1.175 billion, written by Tyler Spangle on December 9th, 2020. This is another article I thought I would just go over and just give my thoughts on the subject. And yeah, they've inked the deal to sell its Crunchyroll anime business to Sony's Funimation Group for the mentioned money price in cash. The company has announced Funimation, a joint venture between Sony Pictures Entertainment and Sony Music Entertainment. Japan's Aniplex has been, Sony has been a major rival to Crunchyroll in the global market for Japanese anime fandom. AT&T, looking to reduce its debt load, has been looking for a buyer for Crunchyroll for several months. Variety previously reported that AT&T's Warner Media was looking to sell the unit for at least $1 billion. Crunchyroll touts more than 3 million VOD subscribers and some 90 million registered users across more than 200 countries and territories. It offers ad-supported VOD, mobile games, manga, events, merchandise, and distribution. Crunchyroll says it has more than 1,000 titles and over 30,000 episodes, which it claims represents the world's largest anime library. In the U.S., Crunchyroll's ad-free subscription service is $7.99 per month. That includes simulcasts of Japanese anime programs as soon as 1 hour after they air. Okay, yeah, you know what, screw that, I'm not reading all of this. Basically, they've just sold it, and Funimation is saying how glad they can, well, I think it was either that or Sony, one of them said that they were just happy to bring it to their family, and I'm just going to my response to this is, well, shit. Yeah, it's not good, I don't like it. I don't like Sony and I don't like Funimation, mostly because they're both censor happy. Both are filled with ideologues and activists who want to censor stuff. That or they want to inject their cringy politics into it. Don't believe me? Look up. Well, Prison School, I believe, was one. The other one was The Dragon Maid. And another one was, I think, something. And both were trying to interject gender politics or identity politics that was not present in the original product. And this also worries me because Crunchyroll, as I understand it, has much to do with Goblin Slayer and Rising of the Shield Hero. Thankfully, it's mainly the dubs I only have to worry about, and you have to worry about if you actually care about that stuff. I think the subs will be okay, for a while anyway. Unfortunately, Funimation has some kind of a foothold in Japan now. They've been trying to inject their politics there as well, which is kind of ironic. These people act like they're anti-imperialism. This feels very imperialistic, because they want to enforce their ideals onto other people in other countries. Oh, another example, and an example of Sony doing this would be with Devil May Cry 5, when they censored Triss's ass, which seems kind of stupid. It wasn't a vag, it wasn't her breasts, so I don't see the point. And I think it's only women they do this to. Well, actually, they probably do it to men as well. Although I think they wouldn't if they could get away with it. But yeah, I just think this is bad. They have this. People like them are never satisfied. They want everything to be social justice-y. Men are bad, which also makes me worry for Rise of the Shield Hero, because this goes against the narrative that all women are victims and men are the oppressors. Because the Shield Hero shows a woman being an oppressor and a man being the victim. And they don't like to talk about that stuff. They prefer to ignore false rape allegations. And Goblin Slayer, I can see them attacking just because, well, it involves rape, and it doesn't beat you over the head about the subject repeatedly. And yeah, this is bull. This is bull. It's concerning. I think in a couple years we're going to see them trying to infect the subs as well. Thankfully, you have the original mangas for a while, but I don't think they'll let that stand. They'll probably try to infect that next. Thankfully, some people in Japan seem to be fighting against this, like calling it out, going to their government and saying, I don't like this. And yeah, this is just annoying. They've already ruined the American comics division. Some comics are unreadable. The dialogue reads like diatribes. They are constantly beating you over the head with politics, except for in Red Hood. I think that one's been more or less okay. I think. I haven't really. It's the one of the few I haven't seen beating people over the head with that stuff and just touting it constantly. But yeah, no, American comics are going downhill. It's really sad. On the plus side, there's indie comics that can replace it in a couple of years until that eventually gets infected as well by this social justice tumor. And it's just sad. It's sad because I actually like manga. I just got into it, I think, 2 or 3 years ago. No, I think it was 2 years ago. I got back into it because of Goblin Slayer. And I don't want to see it go downhill as fast as the American comics did. But unfortunately, these are social justice goblins, and we can't have nice things. So yeah, those are just my thoughts. Oh, actually, no, that's not just my thoughts. This is bad because I think Japan will push back against this. I hope they do. Because the people who do this in the West, they've always just been saying they want to censor stuff to make it more sensible for American audiences, when really it means we want to censor everything that we don't like. Which sucks, but there's nothing I can really do about it. All I can really say is if you're bummed about this and they actually do this kind of crap, I would just cancel my subscription to Crunchyroll and never give them a dime. I don't encourage piracy. In fact, I'm kind of against it, mainly because it might get you in trouble, but you might have to. There's also the fan subs now. So, but still buy the mangas. They're still good for a while anyway. And the light novels. But yeah, those are my thoughts. I really had no idea where I was going with this. I just wanted to put my thoughts on this out there while I still had some time. And yeah, that's it. Have a nice day, and let me know your thoughts as well, as usual. I kind of enjoy the interaction with other people on this. And I would just like to hear someone else's thoughts on it, because my main thought is this is bad, bad, bad. This sounds like a very, 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 very bad idea, and just bad in general. That's my thought on it, and I'd like to hear someone else's thoughts. So let me know yours in the comments, and remember, the game was rigged from the start.